Hello, my name is Free Happy Dolphin, and welcome to 100 Minute Dive series, where we discover and rank new games. This week we see a brand new Frostpunk 2 that really surprised me. You can see why and how it did it in the video, and of course in review at the end of it. So, Chapter 1, Scrapping the Barrel. Coal is running out. Captain is dead. As he weakened, growing divisions brought city maintenance to a grinding halt. Now New London is left to suffer the consequences. As steward, it is your charge to lead, but you must prove yourself. The overcrowded city is low on resources. Use this warmer year to build more shelter, secure coal, and power for a generation back on. Let's get to work. We see different groups of people, different social groups of people. Really interesting. Tension, there's tension. Of course, some fear, some disturbances make a difference here. We see sizes of communities, relations. I possibly, expect them to have relationships between each other, and but we need to be careful about not to disturb or choose a side, I guess, right? Okay, anyway, we have big structure here, and we have our new objectives. So deposits needed, frost break to shallow coal seam and construct an extraction district. Turn on the generator, which is this guy. Yeah, really big one. Output actually, it gives us a lot of things. Goods, food, quartz, well, that's a new thing. And yeah, so we need to have that running, and we need 2 new districts of housing. Okay, can we, oh wow, what's a big map? It's a big map. These are districts: housing district, food district, extraction, industrial district, and logistics district. And these are buildings. Okay, there are small things, and they give some boost. As we see construction, while districts perform some main activities, let's say heat steps. Some kind of currency, I guess, right? Because heat is currency in this game. If you warm, you are alive, so that's important to have. So these are different. This one has deep fertile soil, which has amount of 100 million, basically infinite, right? And well, this one doesn't. We'll see how that affects things. We need housing district. I would like to first, well, maybe let's do that as it still hits us. All right, we have some heated parts, let's say. We need to build 2. Let's maybe go ahead and do that straight away. Now we'll start completing our quest. And we need to turn on generator. For that, I guess we need some coal. Not oil right now is material we use for that. First, stockpiles of coal is quite near us, so we can just use frost break right now immediately and get it. Can go that way. We'll need materials as well, but some of them already available. Good. So we're breaking ice in both ways. Now we can build some food districts, collecting from few different camps. Kind of get to, one camp collecting from everything. So maybe let's not get these ones, but connect these. And later we'll connect this one to that one. Okay, so food will be solved with that one, with those three, I think. Yeah, goods also running down. Actually, we have 0, we're just having unfulfilled requirement. We need heat. Can we turn on the generator straight away? Oh, look at this. We have some internal structures. I don't see any, you know, construction available. Maybe not yet, but basically, yeah, it's nice view. Really nice. Connecting 3 of those there. As we get those, what else we need? We will have those 2 housing districts. Materials, right? Goods. Goods is something what we will need. Let's look for those as well. Materials. Prefabs. We see a compass. All the way stations. So basically traveling between our main base and other places. So this will remain our main stuff, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. Now, let's still get... yeah, Frostland teams as we see output as this. So this one will go there. Prefab. More prefab. Basically, this one is producing those prefabs from materials. And this one extracts resources from depots. The type of resource extracted depends on underlying depot. And processes materials into prefab and goods. Okay, that's pretty clear. Let's get this one going. Also the same, let's do for this area. So maybe we can just again do a little frost breaking and get all areas here and cover a lot of area. So people are not happy, of course, we can see that, but really soon we'll get those materials going, so we can turn on the generator and that will be fine. Also see some pathing. Yeah, some action, some life getting. Yeah, some news traveling. Okay, we're having that coal going, so maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to finally turn on that generator. Yeah. Now, scrapping the barrel. Good work, steward. We have secured a new coal deposit. It's part of the last vein in New London. There are still some depots left, but they won't last for long. We need to improve our mining to use it efficiently. But the city's communities are voicing different ideas about how to do it. We need to decide those ideas, whose ideas are worth pursuing. So basically, again, we need to choose different options. We have different groups, I guess, and yeah, there will be different kind of opinions coming from those New Londoners. Yeah, basically some of them are missing, right? It depends, I guess. We can spend some money, improve relationships, yeah, get some money from them, basically managing that social thing. Quite interesting. So we solved a lot of things. We need some materials going, of course. Let's finish some things I plan to do. Like here. Now, coal left around the New London 770 weeks. Not that short period of time. It's like, what, 12 years? Something like that? No, it's more like 15, I guess. So, yeah, it's a lot of time. This one we can put it here. Seat of council, which delegates representing the city's inhabitants meet to discuss and enact laws. This is what we need for sure. Council. So the first council session. Anticipation fills the air as council opens. The captain ruled with a firm hand for years, but those times died with him. Now the communities of the city want their say, democracy. The stalwarts maintained order on behalf of captain and adhered to what their claim was his vision for New London: progress, merit, and reason. The New Londoners and Frostlanders clash over our survival strategy, though neither has a firm stance on economic or social issues. So again, that will be after us. That will be up to us to decide, I guess. Based on your handling on the coal crisis, the first decision is whatever you should maintain your sole role as steward. Open the session. Okay, see a lot of people deciding, talking. Still quite cold as it seems, but a window is a solution and this cold area, I guess. Okay, the council. When you return to the council in future, you will be able to propose new laws and vote upon. But for now, a special vote needs to happen. The communities of New London have to accept you as their leader. Be careful, if you fail, this will be end of your rule. Okay, and guess rule is the the reason I play the game. It's prerequisite to be playing. So now we have 3 of those actions. Click on delegate to view their profile. So each of these guys have their profile. We of course see how many of them there are in city. Seek to pass. What laws they seek to pass. Yeah, see some history about it. Gets nauseous remembering his first kill. Developing a stress rash, rolls his eyes at people. Okay, it's interesting. We see different factions. The Londoners, community attached to city and its governor. The citizens of New London have stayed together through thick and thin. Value technology, credit for getting them through great storm. Seek to pass, community service, city development effort. Okay, 45%. Stalwarts, 12% of the city. Again, we see some laws that we like to get, right? And of course, we have Frostlanders community. Hailing from New London, these colonists of Frostland outpost tried to establish a permanent foothold beyond the city. And Whiteout years destroyed that dream, but taught them valuable adaptation as a gift. Again, 43% and 12% are these guys. Okay, so for we have 22, hesitant 74, and against 4. Let's just vote right now, as I'm accepted, right? No pressure. Later we will do that thing. Again, we see some live voting. I love this one. Good. It's fine. So from population we get some money, which is called heat stamps. Really nice name. Heat is super important in this game. And basically if we not meeting some demands, we get negative number. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, we have few of those milestones to achieve. Also we need to catch up with food. Okay, let's build it here. So we'll see how we'll do in materials. So people are gathering around the generator tower as it wakes with thundering shudder and bestows heat on us yet again. So basically everything is getting in order. People are hopeful that there's a future for them after all. This getting back generator on is a big thing here. We still need a bit of more of coal. Let's see if we can get it in some way. It's quite far away. still need to expand with another destructive thing, right? Let's first get that uncovered from ice. Yeah, this makes everything like we wanted. Cross breaking. Now we get some more materials here. Still not quite enough. Not quite enough. Still need like these ones, I guess. Let's destroy that ice here as well, just to get maximum, you know, maximum out of this. I don't know if that's connecting. I guess this is connecting, right? So this should be fine. This is already uniced, like frostbraked. So we'll get a bit more of coal. We'll get a bit more of materials. We're getting more food. Goods are all items that will satisfy the needs and desires of people living in a city. They can be as simple as furniture, cutlery, okay, anything. How to get them? Yeah, people who fight over goods, produce crime, decrease heat stamps, basically it's bad. Can be produced out of materials in industrial districts. You need to switch industrial output to produce goods instead of prefabs. Okay. We have one industrial out. Extraction district. Okay, maybe industrial we don't have one. Extraction. Okay. We don't have money for that, right? We're getting some. Okay. So let's just go faster a bit. Now, trust is an issue. Trust. Trust shows how much confidence each people have in you as a leader and on your decision making. Yeah, relations. And relations are influenced by your actions, fulfillment of promises. Yeah, direction in which you develop city, different laws and stuff. Yeah, if they are sick or die, it worsens relations with them. Yeah, we okay on food. That's great. We're getting surplus, filling our stockpile. 80 people froze to death still. Steward. Trust falls. Okay. Well, that's not okay, but we're getting more coal, right? So that should fix everything, right? Well, I hope so. We're getting frost broken here. Let's see, industrial district. Materials into prefabs or goods. We don't have enough materials in the first place, right? Okay, we'll need to get it later, I guess. I mean, let's get both of them, right? Let's get extraction. Fully using this here. I love how, you know, somehow it seems like random and, you know, piles of things and you need to manage it. And it gives you some kind of challenge, you know. But when you get it, if you, you know, use those frostbreak correctly, if you use them all in single, basically you can use all frostbite in single stack, let's say, and in single stack like this you can create your building and suddenly all this mess becomes one efficient building. I really like how each tile is used. Basically you use these for material, this is connector tile, and you get extra 2 material and you're not left with additional one, for example. I love how usually the game the map falls into these efficient bubbles. Yeah, that's great. Anyway, let's get more of materials. Even though I feel that, of course, we're now getting more buildings. Getting more buildings means more demand for heat and means more coal needed. So basically, it will work hand in hand. I hope that will be enough, though. That's the main concern. Now we need a bit more of heat stamps, 40 of them. Let's unpause for a second. We have 52. Let's get more materials. Can I get it more efficient? Can reach this side. Maybe let's go this way. As from here, it will be easier to get those to it. This is a bit far away than this from this one, right? Let's do it like this. Again, this is the last factor, I guess, for now. That, extraction complex, as each of those uses more heat. So let's just get everything in balance, basically, and then we'll see what we will do later. Yeah, tensions rise. Extremely increased by severe cold, grating, increased by notable disease, and by fear of running out of coal. Okay, we got our factories. I'd love to expand. I don't have where to expand though. Now it's less of a problem, right? And look at this. Tension is only minor right now. Materials already got in the balance. I assume we still need those lower factories. Can expand it here, right? Nah, but not all the way. That's unfortunate. Let's get surplus anyway. I mean, super inefficient. It looks terrible. Maybe I need to, frostbite here. Do a frost break here and just get it. So I can basically go like this. Still get 2 on those connections. But I feel that these ones will work nicely together and I don't need extra this one. We'll see. We'll relocate later, I guess. Where else? I guess this one is already extended, right? Yeah. Houses. Expand. This still could expand. I want to get that research institute, so let's expand just a bit. Though, it would be better to expand here, no? It's shelter from wind. Oh, that's great. Oh no, but this says the same thing. Your food district gives a bonus. Sheltered from wind is a good thing to have. Well, this one is already in, right? Okay. But that's also bad to get it here. Got it. Maybe these parts would be nice. These parts maybe... Okay. We'll see. We need a bit more of workforce, actually. Do I need to manage that? Extraction. Housing district. 648. Are we building something? Yes, we are. Yeah, maybe we need to switch our, in our workforce around. Might need to. Yeah, where can we get more coal? As we terribly need. Well, we need those, exploration centers. Yeah, new coal mines. Maybe that's a way. Just expand homes a bit and get that extra building. Maybe that will get us more production on the... I hope so. Because I don't see any more materials here I can use. There's few infinite ones. For food, for materials, basically looking for a long game here, getting some, late game materials, possibly with some kind of technology. Accessing the deep deposit requires a deep melting drill building. Basically, when you don't care about managing this one, and possibly managing other hubs, districts, other kind of cities, then it becomes important, really good. Seems like a good late time plan. We have a lot more now coming from here. Maybe we don't need those as well. At least not that many, right? Minus 22. Okay, let's stay in surplus. But this is already minus 18, so we're doing really good job, I think. Let's expand our housing district. Now we're looking forward to placing this one. Yeah, we can put it here. Great. Finally. Different ideas. Communities of New London. A small crowd gathers outside of the new research institute, arguing about how to exploit the last coal veins. The Solwars and New Londoners want us to lean on machine powering mining, but Frostlanders would have us pursue a more frugal solution. They would never display such discord under Captain's rule. You have to choose who to entrust with developing their idea. The communities of New London have different perspectives. You may not be able to please everyone. Yeah, show me the options, of course. Idea tree. So we have ideas, what moves us forward. Different communities may propose diverging answers to the same issue. Choosing a community to develop an idea will improve your relations with that community. Yeah, pretty clear. Now, coal mines. I would go straight for house insulation. I mean, that seems like or efficiency in generator, something like that. I guess that's the main thing I would go for. But okay, well, if we want to have some research here, let's do that. I need to go for coal mines. Disease slightly increased, material demand slightly increased, more coal output though in 10 weeks and more workforce, right? Oh, there's different ideas, right? Blasting coal mine and dust coal mine. Okay, and these are different options. Maximum use of the resource. Okay, so maybe that's more efficient in some way. Yeah, you see, blasting coal mine, it is different deal, right? It has bigger strain on our resources. It gives more coal as well and requires less workforce. But that negative modifier for housing, I guess, has increased. And with that will maybe come some other things, right? Yeah, pollution presented in the city. Kind of measure of bad environment altogether with everything. So I guess this would be a better choice. Also, 45 plus 12% is, of course, bigger part of our population. And it's cheaper. No, it's not cheaper. It's actually demands more over time. It just requires less workforce. I guess this is the idea. Normally I would pick this one, but yeah, okay. We have a lot of material extraction districts, so I think we'll be fine. Okay, crime is slightly increased by children. The persistent lack of law regulating childhood is causing crime and tension to rise even further. Okay, so basically I think we will do something about it. It's the second issue we face from this one. Okay, more workers. It is one thing to go for, but that will, I guess, increase mortality and decrease health. No. Okay, so maybe some accidents will happen, Some supports it. So basically this one increases nobody's relationship with us. But if we choose this one, we get one of the guys in our side. I think this one is the 12% one. Not a lot, but why not? Less heat stamps a bit. Research speed is increased. I like research speed. Workers? I think let's go for that, efficiency route. I think we can vote. I think we can vote. 51 required.
The eyes have it.
Have it. Good. Childhood regulated. Childhood law has been regulated. You kept your promise and avoided unnecessary chaos in city. Trust rises. Okay, this is one of three decisions, basically not pissing up anybody. Some reflection. The lack of law regulating contagion prevention is causing tension to rise throughout the city. notable disease, but I mean, if we reduce the cold and we get heat going, disease will stop spreading as well. So, extraction, yeah, already available. Let's get it here. Okay, infectious agents, the first crack. Steward during a routine medical examination performed by stalwarts, a small group of Frostlanders refused to be assessed. Okay, so Frostlanders are really the ones protesting and, you know, the third faction, you know, as you always, if you have three friends and they're not super friendly, let's say, super aware of each other, usually you have just a group of two and one, the spear one, like Doc likes to think about its owner's friend, you know. Yeah, so a spear one and a spear faction here. So they're not happy, and we will be not happy. I mean, I will really not let them just get away with no checkups. Now we need to build a logistics district on an old way station and find a permanent source of fuel outside of the city. That will be great. We need a permanent source, as we have only 183 weeks of fuel, and even though 3 years might seem a lot of time, but well, it's not. Okay, so we need this one. This is the closest we can get to, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it seems to be a closer one. So let's get those frost breaking. Again, I always, you know, try to select it. Like, that's one thing that can be improved, because you want to do this, you select the building, can you place it? Now, it's a bit strange. It can work if you just do like this and now select the area straight away, but when it's the only building in the game, yeah, this one will also need to select. So since it's one, it makes sense you don't need to select it, and possibly it will be one, the only one in this category, so it makes sense. But on the other end, every time I go here, I try to select it, and boom, it's gone, because it's already selected. This is one thing I don't like. I mean, that's the first thing I don't like about the game, I guess, but, you know, if you do that each time, it will hurt eventually. And look at this. Look at it. That's what I talked about, efficiencies. Now, I try to, you know, don't get to unneeded side with those frost breaking stuff, tiles, frost breaking tiles, but yeah, I got the perfect extraction there. Now I get a perfect connection to the that expedition zone, and this is really great. I like those, you know, efficiencies when nothing is really going out of a place. Everything is needed. Everything is yeah, working. Look at this. There's difference. I don't know if you can see that in video, but you can clearly see, and the graphics are so nice. From far away, it looks really like just, you know, Antarctic, and yeah, not that I've seen Antarctic like that, but it looks real. Yeah, it's funny how you need to go all the way like this, but okay. Okay, let's go for that expedition map. Now basically we need to guess, no? Requires 20 Frostland teams. Okay, Highlands. Yeah, this one seems like a heat source. Food hills. I guess it's for food. I don't know. Okay, let's go here. Okay, good luck. 2-6 and 5 teams, so basically we are evening out it, so that's a setup scenario for us. And here we can see you know, what population this city that has, so it's really nice map. Everything looks so great. Everything looks so great. Really happy for the game so far. I have some reflection. The council has inspired people to suggest new ideas about the city's future. Okay, that's great. For years, suggesting anything against the captain meant scrutiny from stalwarts. Basically, previous ruling faction, that's what they are, and that's why they're so good looking and so little group actually. But despite the bullshit booming from their bloody speakers, we managed to find our own way, kept to our principles, stayed frugal, put families first, watch for our neighbors, continued our traditions. And now we have a council. Maybe it's time for us to stop dreaming and make a change. Doesn't say which faction, which group of people it is, but I guess any of those. Oh, we get a new one. Maybe that's a thing. New voice. Pilgrims. 528 Frostlanders have organized a faction. Basically, they break. These pilgrims form a resilient, spirited community held together by bonds of tradition. 7%. They dislike blasting coal mine and mandatory school. Voila. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, it's kind of a challenge. I mean, they manifest adaptation, equality. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's blasting coal mine and mandatory school is exactly for those things, no? I mean, you adapt to things by just blasting the mines and getting more material. You adapt to this harsh situation, harsh environment. And equality, well, mandatory school. What could be more equalizing than same education for everyone? You give the same, more equal opportunity for everybody. I mean, at least in some kind of game like Democracy 4 or something like that, that would be increasing equality, I think. I don't remember that completely, but this is a bit, not looking, not meeting the logic for me. I don't know. Anyway, this is small detail. So, unlock. Deploy guides, community action, experienced pilgrims with deep knowledge of frontal guide scout teams. Okay. So, possibly this is something we unlock because we got our expedition going. Maybe not. But population is not increased from those Frostlanders. Fund project 44. I'd like to, equalize things a bit, since I will not be pleasing them by any means. Seems really cheap. I mean, no promises and stuff. So, just do that once. Oh, I actually by funding them, I increased the share, the people in that. Okay. Well, now we're neutral, so at least that is the case. Population growth. 1,000 more. You just added 1,100 people? You just added it?
Stewart.
Okay, just out of nowhere. I mean, I like that, but I was planning to invite those, launderers back. Now, I don't know, maybe we need to wait a bit. See. You have enough housing? Yeah, still. Okay. Well, we're getting back our coal. Temperatures did not change, so that means that we actually getting away with that extraction tool, extraction building we got. That's great. This is a good part. Now maybe let's also increase the... let's see, +1. Maybe it's fine. Let's get materials maybe. A bit up. All the way? Guess so. A lack of law regulating funerals is causing tension to rise throughout the city. So this is interesting and also nice. Game pushes you to get into some kind of position. It does not like, you're just getting neutral, you just get balanced, not have a law. If you don't have it, that will be worse than having bad law, I mean. And now it's also creating problems while, not having any laws right now. If you choose the balance thing and you don't want to piss off anybody, well, guess what? You're going to piss off everybody. So it's interesting. It's also nice. Funeral, no common rules. Again, getting on no side is bad in this game. It seems like a common direction. Yeah, I can dismiss, but dismissing, getting in the middle of something again hurts in all ways. So better to choose and make somebody unhappy than just everyone. Yeah, society, I guess, is the one, right? Hospitals, something we want to go for. Teaching hospital. Recovery. Hospital, simple one. Yeah, okay, 3 options, right? Now, hospital is everybody's favorite. Look at this, new launderers actually got a boost. With those people we got in, we changed our social composition, right? It's an important thing to know. It's really important thing. I need to think about that while, getting people in. Okay, what are things what we are getting offered? Simple hospital, not a lot of workforce, disease is slightly decreased, not a lot of heat required. Regularly cure some sick absentees. Okay, a lot of people like this. So, yeah, recovery hospital, same workforce, slightly decreased, still, more heat demand. Population growth is slightly increased, will regularly cure a significant number of sick absentees. Some and significant number is the different amounts. Construction costs do not differ. And teaching hospital, more research speed, same heat, more workforce, and slightly decreased disease. Regularly cure significant number. I mean, I like this one and hospital, but maybe hospital is the way to go. It's interesting how disease is slightly decreased. It doesn't say percentage, which is a slight thing I don't like. I like to see numbers and compare them. But my point is, it says slightly, while this says some sick absentees will cure some, and this one says will cure a significant number, but it's still slight decrease. This puts me off a bit. Trustlanders and new launderers. Okay, I would go for this one, surely. But I know that there will be more tough decisions, but will piss off these guys as Frostlanders or something. Some people, but do not like my decisions. They're kind of, I don't know, not to say barbarians, but they're kind of in their own land, doing things in older, some kind of way. At least that's impression of mine. And new launderers, well, we, again, if there will be with our decisions, we still have a big amount of people in the city, and we want to be pleasing them in first. And if we have to piss them, we don't want to be negative side, I guess, right? So let's pick that hospital idea. Not super efficient, but hopefully that'll be okay. Now we have those 20 Frostland teams. Let's finally get to somewhere we can get, and those fuel sources. Now it's dangerous and many scouts will be injured. That's not great. And possibly that will be, some relationship issue as well. Some groups will say it's fine, like those pilgrims. They say it's fine, and other guys will start hate pilgrims, maybe. We need to get back in track for food. Cannot expand more, so that means we need to reach more sites here. We'll need materials as well. Maybe let's go frost break like this and try to get both of those. Central district produces 70. All of this thing is producing 70, so I cannot possibly make 70 here with 2 of those. I think it was like 3 or 5. Yep, 2 maybe here and 3 here. Those sources, yeah, unfortunately I need to go for 2 breaks. Again, you see, I do that and It's gone. This is the only UI part of what I'd like to change. Okay, still getting only 3. Okay. Still have workers. Now I have a lot of them. We will need materials. Saying materials, maybe we'll just go here. Try to get the most of it. Good. I'm getting those 2 things on. We will need those goods actually to be produced. We cannot do that right now. Our workforce is again an issue. Yeah, we need this. Right. Okay. Basic necessities. Okay, now we need to address this issue. We will do. Now, free essentials, paid essentials. Again, pilgrims. Not high, but as well as stalwarts, just 12% I guess on our population. Now we got more launderers, so I guess it's like 11 or 10 maybe. Anyway, trust rises, heat stamps income per capita is slightly increased, and production efficiency is slightly increased. Paid essentials, right? I'd like to get this one. Maybe it's not nice, but I like it. If you think about it, this one gets us nothing, right? Trust rises, yeah, that's great. This one, we get heat stamps. If anybody feels unhappy, we just pay them heat stamps. Solve a lot of things. Production efficiency is slightly increased. Also great. I think let's pick this one. Some people might be not super crazy about it, but well, I almost wanted to say it's our country, we ruled it, but I guess it's kind of like this. Oh, 1,000 more people. Wow, well those spikes, I don't know if you rabbits or something, but these spikes are not healthy, guys. Yeah, so better stop yourself, or go for something more gradual, as I cannot accommodate you and fix your needs that quickly if you just appear out of nowhere. I mean, you think that we live a good life. Well, look at these guys in these winter deserts. They just appear out of nowhere. In 10,000 people, you could just get like 10% more just out of nowhere. I think we're having a great life. Well, prove me wrong. Now, some injured people from exploration. That won't be good. But maybe we got something. Look at this. It's Tesla Peak. Tesla Peak. For that industrial thing. Okay, what's this? Ruins of Tesla City. Okay. I guess Cybertrucks didn't do much in this Frostbite environment. The place has a bad reputation and has been picked clean over the years, but to our surprise, scouts uncovered yet undiscovered chamber. It houses a mechanical calculator powered by a coal to oil converter. Coal to oil. How does it work? Coal to oil. Anyway, maybe it's just a name, maybe it's not pure technology. We can either remove it, the converter, to replicate in New London, though this will deactivate the machine, or we can send a team here to use machine to boost our research. Okay, our generator cannot use oil, so this machine would only waste coal. So we cannot actually get it. We need to upgrade our generator, I guess, or something like that. But it's good that it, tells you what it is. Gets you back to the ground and notifies you about these things. Okay, leave it for now. I think something what we will do now, we're really interested in getting things done with that coal. Here also we have something. Other tall towers can be spotted on top of these peaks. We need 30 of teams. Some tunnels by Tesla City head in this direction. Again, like maybe Starlink. Anyway, we get more view, I guess, no? We'll see. But this one is what we want to get. Build a trail or a skyway. The captain himself ordered this mine because New London's coal began to dwindle. But this hastily laid trail was lost to whiteout. The shafts are marked within the miners' final farewells to their families. An outpost here could increase our supply by 250 coal until it deposits of 10,000 coal is depleted. Let's connect trails like this. Good. It will take 8 weeks. And we have more coal. That's great. And see, there's less people here. We need to get people back here until everybody is cold enough, so they want to get back to heat up, and then they say, I catch you, now we have to vote. That's, I guess, how this recess works. Anyway, another UI improvement, even though everything looks and feels great, is to, deselect tiles, not by the chronological order, but anyway. I guess this is a simpler solution in terms of programming the game, since you don't need to, program each tile waiting for response for the click. You just can ask this tile, have you been clicked on? If it says no, none other tiles are active and waiting for a signal. It makes things less demanding in terms of resources, but it would be really great to have, that flexible system. And if you disconnect, also, because it helps not only in resources, but if people disconnect these districts, it will not go through. That's a safety block, basically, yeah, right? But yeah, you can make a system so that if you disconnect, it just becomes red and you cannot place it. So there are solutions. I'd like to have more flexibility here. Another thing in handling, actually, what needs to be tweaked. I like to be tweaked. So, quick note, right, for our review score. Everything else looks great. I cannot even describe you in words how this different approach to sequel, to getting a new game, basically, and on the successful old game, but not repeating everything and just adding new stuff, how this is really working. So, we have decisions to make. Risk children's lives, which again will be deaths eventually, right? And trust will fall. Does it worth 15%? I think it's not. I think 10% is okay. And it's better than taking nothing. 10% is quite a lot still, no? We had like, I don't know, 60,000 from each tile resources, so it can be quite big, right? Let's take that 10%. Look at this. Big increase. Now, this one is getting depleted. That's a thing I don't like. Yeah, we have this one going, right? Already set. Yes. Other resources, yeah, possibly we just get materials then, right? Yeah, prefabs or goods, so I guess we just transfer to that, production area. And now we had some pre-made things, but later we need to do those things by ourselves. Let's fix our food problem, as we already have enough prefabs for that. Yeah, we still need to find permanent source of fuel outside of the city. Possibly that's oil. I have, because it doesn't say coal, it's just oil, right? I'm searching for that coal, like thinking it is a source, but it's not, permanent. And oil can be counted as permanent here, maybe. Or maybe it's there, who knows? Basically, we need new expedition group, because we're using those here, and I want to keep using them. So what we're going to do is expand more with expeditions, expand more with taking these people in as well. So I need another one. Let's build it here now. Maybe it's the closest one. On the other hand, I do not get anything by going here. Going here is some place I will still want to go because there are some resources. So expanding this side, to this place is good. So let's use that for, you know, getting stuff open for us. Now, we will need another one, right? So maybe let's now use it nicely. Just get all of these resources unlocked while going here. Yeah, and after that we'll go like this maybe. Possibly we'll need another one. Far in the shaft. Coal is running out. Fire has broken out. After dealing with this crisis in the blasting coal mine, we will ensure these accidents do not occur again. Back off. Air supply. We'll save the deposit. Some miners will die. Evacuate the workers. Miners will be saved. The blasting coal mine will be destroyed, and the district's remaining cost will be reduced by 50%. What's the remaining? I mean, I'd like to keep it. I mean, how fast are we going to get those coals back? Those fuel, actually, additional fuel sources. I'd say quite fast. Also, I see that, you know, yellow thing. It suggests us we'll get some better temperatures in some time. Just do that. Okay. One is done. Now, let's see. Is it enough to reach it? No? Seriously? Well, if it's not enough, maybe let's grab those food sources then as well. Okay, this will be enough now after this one. Herbert Hoover, 44, Prospector. I should be dead. I was last out of the shaft. I heard it crumble behind me, all the coal burning up. Enough to support the city for months. Now, whenever I go through the streets, I see all those young faces freezing over. I wish I could go back and shut off the damn air myself. But I'm here, so I will work and work until I die in the mines where I see the young faces grow old. The city will need even more fuel as the temperature drops. Well, that's a story, and it's really an unexpected one. You think that guy just survived, but he should not because friends died or something like that. No, he thinks he should not have survived because now he cannot really get that heat going for people. And as a punishment for surviving or not, I don't know, preventing this accident, he will just work non-stop. It's a heavy game, and it's looking nice. I need to remind myself how the Frostpunk 1 looked. But, I mean, yeah, it's outstanding. Everything is outstanding so far. Now, we need a lot of heat. We need a lot of heat. Can I reduce the food output? I need workers. Build stuff. Actually, can we call back those things? We can turn those off. Yeah, we have back those explorational crews. Let's get more. We want to get to those other sites. Not as close, right? So cannot really get to anywhere else now. Let's just do it like that. How do we solve other things? We don't have any coal, and that's a struggle we are set to have. It seems like these things are also a struggle set to have. I don't know. Maybe this will get us some good thing. Industrial. So, more prefabs, more goods. Requires more heat and workforce. Yeah, 40 materials and 400 workforce. Not something I can afford right now, unfortunately, but maybe expedition camps will help me. Or better temperatures. I hope something. We're not surviving really well right now. Our needs are much bigger than our capabilities. I don't see a way to getting out from this. Basically, yeah, the main thing is coal. We just are not in time to get it after that collapse there. It's really unfortunate. Okay, we'll soon get that built. Yeah, of course, let's start that. Let's see, maybe we can explore something with those 10 guys. Frostlanders, oh. Oh, now it's required 10, so maybe we don't even need... Okay, let's go here, guys. Okay, to get that. Still, let's keep building that. This one is empty. Let's dismantle that, get prefabs. Need coal. A lot of it. Increased by another 2,000. That's great and bad. Yeah, let's build more houses. Objective number 1. More houses. Maybe here now it's time. I don't like doing that actually, but... we'll see. Maybe we'll fix it in other ways. We need 2 of those actually. We don't have any prefabs. Okay. I mean, let's solve at least some problems. And after all of this, we'll still need to research oil, I guess. There's a lot of work still. The lack of law regulating community service is causing tension to rise. Okay. Still not a major problem. Let's ignore giving any bad, decisions. By the way, these guys are not as unhappy as we will be. They are neutral now. So maybe that's good that they're neutral because, well, they will be unhappy since we will not complete this. The getting opposite law just got us a bit down with relationship to them. But we still don't know. I'm not going to do this at all. So, yeah, not good. Anyway, I'm looking for ways to decrease the heat. Then the heat needs. It has demand. So basically heat dispatcher or accreted heat dispatcher. I'd like to get this one maybe. What's this? Oil, okay. Heating. Everything is about heating, right? Getting more of coal right now isn't a good thing since we don't have a lot of resources to start with in the ground. So getting more out isn't really solving anything. It's just making it faster to have more problems. Though having more efficient heating is good. Should be good. Let's go here. I'd like to get more heat demand. I mean, not demand, it's actually providing heat. This is more heavy on workforce, but no problems with that debuff. We now don't have those, as none of our extractors are connected to homes. Maybe we can afford to get at least one of those. Let's try to get it. I haven't even checked the social context in that, as it's not as important, I guess. Okay, this is done. 15. Okay, let's go. Let's go for more exploration. Fabs. This is not bad. I mean, we putting like 15 or 10 people, 10 I guess, and we're getting some materials, right? So it's not a bad thing to get, as we don't need to spend heat, workforce, and some materials in our main station. It's good to outsource, right? Should be good. Let's get this one in as well. Some coal, maybe. You know. We need to use every source we can get our hands on, I guess. Now, housing's still a problem. Yeah, shelter scarcity still here. Let's get more homes. Set it like this. Then food is another problem. We can increase it. We need more heat for that. Not really getting that much food. Do you know? Try to save coal for as long as possible until we, you know, be able to get some other sources. This one is not performing. It's good, but it still needs improvement. Maybe get another one. Of course, there's better ways to improve it with more research. Not just get another one, but I mean, getting one nearby, one cured people. It's funny, but you know, out of 15,000, we tell about like hundreds of deaths and something happens, and one people cured. Okay. Wow. Okay, maybe no loss right now. This be solved, you know. If you like to. This is a great place for housing, no? Double heat. No service, no common rules. The lack of the persistent lack of law regulating community service is causing tension to rise even further. Well, I guess we need to do that eventually, right? Yeah, we have those. I want to preview this. This is double. Oh yeah, double the heat, but double the squalor. I know it's not pronounced. So maybe let's just not take a bait and let's get this one. Is it done? Let's get this one going. That will fix some problems, right? Also, I will need to do that. Let's do that sooner than later. Yeah, okay. Exploration time. Oh, we have a lot of choices, actually. Tons of choices. Wow. Again, this game doesn't stop really amaze me. I might feel I'm going to complete it fully, you know. Now, expedition support. Main district produces small amount of prefabs. Heat demand is decreased. That's good. Maybe that's a nice payback for those guys in the pilgrims. Heat Sam's income per capita is slightly increased. I like this one the most. Prefabs, not that important. Not that important. Let's get this one. Let's vote. Maybe it will be good. We have nice lead. Well.
Hear ye, the proposed
Good.
law.
Trust rises overall. Yeah, we have overall trust. Yeah, basically each faction affect this one, and then we have overall one, we have individual one. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
And we did not get any changes in the heat situation, but we got reduced demand for that. That's great. Oh, this one is running down. We need to transition to all the materials, I guess. For that, we need more material extraction. So, problem arises after the problem. It's challenging and interesting, but it's scary, kind of. Anyway, I have this one. It should help a lot. Yeah, it says in both places. Okay. So basically that can be placed anywhere, right? Good. Maybe one is something what we want to get. This one. Found oil. That's great. We will be able to build a new colony on this side. New colony on this side. That's where I'm talking about. And now remember I told about that scaling up high or not scaling up high and spreading more. Those predictions, those those efficiencies come into play. You need to think if you want to go up a lot in the same city or you want to spread a lot. Yeah, spread a lot. So, all tombs. On the broken shore lies an old derelict dreadnought. It seems to have been upgraded to run on oil as it rests beside rich deposits. Perhaps the site was a refueling station, okay? But deep in the black pool lies a rows of frozen bodies wrapped in shrouds and placed in still wells. Our scouts shudder at this sight. Okay. These oil deposits would surely solve our fuel needs, but we should have desecrate these graves to access all of them. Vacant oil or more oil deposits becoming available. Well, more or less. It doesn't say infinite or not infinite, but more is better than not. Create a colony at Old Dreadnought and connect it with a solid trail to New London. Only then can supply be reassured. Okay. 3 cores, okay. Those cores are an important thing, right? Cores are pivotal components of machinery from the area preceding the Great Frost. Okay, so basically, people at this time are depending on limited amount of things, but disappearing, and yeah, we're finding it. Your life depends on finding a treasure, basically. Well, that's a good plan, right? Manufacturing technology of comparable quality is nearly impossible. Yeah, in the current environment, as such, you cannot produce any cores. Consider every investment you make with core carefully, as they are a scarce resource. And you can find additional by exploring the Frostland. Let's get it. Now, here. Connect. Surely. Does it connect? Maybe I don't need another one. Maybe one is enough. Okay, we'll see. Let's let that complete. Ah, that's why. Try to get it to positive numbers, right? Completely remove that.
Broken down and is blocking traffic. Technicians are on their way.
Okay. Now, we need more. Okay, this is nice thing, right? Doesn't say how exactly that will affect it, right? I mean, on the other hand, getting demands lower than other places will get me net positive in heat. So I should not put it there as it gets some bad environment issues. Let's see how it affects it, right? Did it do anything at all? Oh, 14 days. What else we need? We need more construction of those material extracting districts that will be happening. In timeline, we'll see that happening as well. Okay, plus 32. That's a good news. Finally. Pilgrims demands failed. Trust falls. Relations worsen. Not that bad as I expected. Now we got our path, though. But is this enough? Requires 20 teams, some resources. It should be connected, right? Because we connected to here. 20. So who is not back home yet? These guys, right? Again, 2 people cured. Well, that's a record. Practically double from the last one. So, what do we have here? Whale mine. Multiple pods of whales froze here after being pursued by humanity's last whaling vessels into the freezing harbor. The scouts are amazed at the sight of massive bodies made pale by ice. Finally, I found my white whale. The scout commander jokes. No one laughs. Okay, well, years ago, the captain sent a team of machines to bore through the ice and mine out the whale meat. We can take the machines back to New London to assist our extraction or send them a new team here to finish the job. Okay, let's see what our what we're getting. Production efficiency is a really good thing to have. 10% on everything looks great. Or we can get a food outpost here. 10% scaled on everything for mines in New London, right? Well, the problem is, question is, can we take those machines after it's being finished, right? Another thing is that, well, our mines will deplete most of them in London and we'll be outsourcing it. It's like in Shape 2, you know, it has some nice vibes, different, same vibes. You eventually, while you progress, you scale up, you get out in a big map, in big and bigger map, and you outsource things to make it more efficient. Really nice repeating idea. Anyway, thing is, resources will deplete in our London area, most of them, and then remains what? Question is those deposits good enough? On the other hand, 10% is a nice thing. And 10% will be applied on those permanent resources, right? Let's take machines, but before we do that, let's explore everyone's and let's settle this one actually. So coal, a bit more coal. 5,000 coal stockpile. Okay, we can take it. I don't think we have enough storage actually for it. In fact, I'm almost certain we don't. Almost. But we could take it. This will be even faster, so we now can do both. Not really think about it, right? We may even turn this one on. Or just scout something else. 2020. 10. Let's go. Good. Using that one, so coal will be solved like in a few days. So now, what else? What else we need to fix? We need to get more materials, right? Like here. Materials, food. We can increase the food gather rate. Not enough yet. Should be used. Can we expand this one? No, that's too bad. Maybe settling here then. I saw 2 of those. Also here. Okay. We'll do that. Okay, we're getting things in control, let's say, right? Getting some coal there. We may even turn off the this one. There's not a lot of left there, right? Yeah, just a bit above. Let's turn this off for now. We have tons of those resources, actually. Getting tons of things everywhere. It's really great, isn't it? Living best life in our cold desert. Ice Age. Look at this. We're in perfect balance. We're getting low on those coal things. Maybe we can get it back actually running. Just to have that lower decrease. Also now we need more materials as well. It's fine. Though we don't have a lot of people. Harvesting funerals are giving a second chance to the living. Okay, nice. Yeah, the one who really cares about people. Yeah, nice, good. Now after a few reports, he's whatever. Yeah, we need more people. Question is, do we let people grow or take that surplus? I don't know. Have we started doing this? No, we're waiting for them to come back. Okay. I mean, sure, even though now in balance, we should not rush, right? And maybe keeping that option of any time taking people from that camp is good, but they may die as well. And growth rate isn't as fast. So since we're getting nice source of heating fuel, maybe it's a good idea to have some more people. Let's reduce this. Let's yeah, let's ask them to come here. I mean, those will be Frostlanders, but okay, great. What a food source. So now we will need homes, right? That's what I was about to do. Okay, let's wait for prefabs. Possibly we need to expand this one and put that building as well to meet the demand. Everything else we can increase the production. Let's get more houses. We will expand this one because we have tons of population. Now we can do everything at the same time. Yeah, it was this one actually. Expand this one. We'll see if we need any additional stuff here, and let's get houses as well. We need some prefabs, right? Not that many. We'll be able to fix it pretty soon. Okay, dutiful youth. Is it bad? Okay, some kind of, yeah, remembrance ceremony. What's the real deal? Improved relationship with pilgrims. Heat stamps income per capita is significantly decreased. Okay, we will gather funds for 10 weeks. 10 weeks is the only thing. What do we pay? 10 weeks and we don't get this debuff, but we get buff. I mean, it's a cheap price for me. Relationship, the trust stays, and those heat stamps where you come and go. So yeah, easy decision there. Now we can send guys here. What do we need? Cores, 20. We will call these back as we planned. Here we go. Let's do this. 3,000 colonists will settle here, and that will be our first colonists. As you see, our people are being split. We're getting from this place pretty much the same. I guess we took equal amounts of people, but it definitely decreased, right? Maybe efficiencies actually differ. 75, 24, and 40, 30, 24. Let's keep it, get it on the same setting. 20, 30 and 8, 30, 24 and 56. This is way more efficient with that building. Okay. I mean, it needs some more things, but output. Look, we're doing quite fine in this desert of ice. 15 weeks until settlement. Good, we got it, right? Old Dreadnought. Okay. We need to turn this back on. We have 3,000 people here. 6 million oil here. 3 times. Cannot get food here. Do I need to get a trade going? The same tutorial thing. Okay, let's get this one going. We have going a few at the same time. But as you see, there's no food leftovers as it did before. Turn this on. Okay, managing a lot of things can be challenging, I guess. Yeah, we need those carbs. No more coil. Last thing just got dry. It's fine, as we get a lot of it. We're still 21,000. And we're getting some. Doing great here. Doesn't really feel like we're in trouble, right? Some research. Pump jacks, why not? Materials for oil. I think this is better. Let's research. So we get those prefabs. Manage new settlement. We need extraction one, right? I mean, housing is important, surely, but we did not came here for that. On the other hand, our generator is running on coal in London, so I don't know how this will work.
Attention. A new shipment of mail has just arrived.
Okay. Again, 1 people cured in hospitals. Wow. Event. What event is here? You agree to allocate materials to the mass production of prosthetics. Okay, that's great. I'm happy to help. Happy to help. Yeah. Let's go here. Still need a bit of materials. Here we have it. Let's get that extraction. Okay, I did not really want to do it like this. Maybe we can get some more ice breaking. Good. And this one should be doing fine until we do not run out of those resources. So it's fine. Okay, both factions started thinking about how to use oil when it reaches New London. When it does, we will have to decide. That's really true. What can I tell? This is done. Let's dismantle it. Have to settle for the frost. Okay, well, we'll see. I mean, we already have a lot in our stockpile. Let's get this one here. What else? Heating hub, it's fine. Materials. Increasing, but it's still fine. Oh, it's good. My mistake. This one should be... This one should be deleted. Okay, these ones are being produced now. Yeah. This one should be already running. And we get some, which is great. We are in shortage of everything else, of course. We need prefabs for that. Just fine. Yeah, what do I need to do? Transfer at least 75 oil. Okay, how do I do that? So, let's transfer... Good. To dream of future without getting cold feels surreal. To make it happen, however, we need to modify our generator to turn its black gold to heat. This will be irreversible. The future we build for ourselves will depend on it. I think we shouldn't not do it. We have tons of coal, I guess. Okay, maybe there is no choice. Chapter 2. Ambitions. A city's future. Yeah, stalwarts will approve, pilgrims will disapprove. Unlocks oil pumps generator upgrade that uses oil, unlocks ability to exploit unlimited deep deposits. Everyone is reversed. Unlocks adaptive pumps generator upgrade, which uses any fuel. I like this one. I just like it so much. Okay.
Help us keep you warm.
Okay.
Report all leaks
And now there is a thing where we have those their work. This measures how many radicals are active within a faction. These radicals increase tension. The higher the war can also lead to violence and even civil war. Increases when a faction opposes your decisions and actions. The main thing is possibly opposes, as you can be against it, but you not oppose it, right? You need to maintain very good relations with faction for a long enough time. Use the radical as faction action with a community from which the faction origins, or use special ability in prison building. So basically, it's really costly to make these decisions, and they're really important in changing the tide of your city development. Okay. So that was our decision, and I think I'm happy for it. Even though I'm looking forward to playing even more of this game, it's super fun. I think right now it's time for us to dive into the review, and as always, place this new game in our 100-minute dive leaderboard. So let's jump there. Just a quick note that exact components of evaluation criteria can be found in my community post through the link in description. And now let's start a review with the first category, short-term engagement. Now this will probably be the shortest review overall so far, since the game is great in all aspects. So just mainly going to mention a few things, but not let it get the perfect score. But anyway, it's the best game on the series so far. From this particular category, we have almost everything. There is a great storyline and theme, game is definitely fun and engaging. I'm however going to take that half star from this one, and I will tell you why. You see, this game did a brave evolution in sequel to change everything in game, which can be described shortly like scaling up. But since now we have thousands of people to manage, we lose that close relation to our people we might have had. Those little reflections from people are crafted really well and should work great, but one important point there is missed. We do not really connect to people all the way like this. I bet most of the people connected to that captain in game start and were really affected by his death. That's because we've been with him on few scenes repeatedly. He told us the full story of his fight and survival. If the game wants to get the same attachment to other characters in a game, they should not appear only once. Those characters could be available to view later after we give little story of their life, or maybe just a simple another reflection, another story follow up from that person could give the similar effect. So only for this one we give it 4.5 out of 5. Next category, replayability and complexity. You could imagine this being a game that you go through once and forget after, but it's not the case. Prologue and chapters of the game here is just a start. Later you can jump into the sandbox mode with different maps, difficulty levels and other presets. Not to mention that you can play different technologies and laws each time, so the score is really high here. Again, if I would really need to look for something but it's not perfect, it would be really personal preference here from me. I always enjoyed if games have some multiplayer aspect, not necessarily multiplayer mode, but maybe some score or ongoing challenge for all players to compete and connect in some way. I understand that this can be simply asking too much from this kind of title, but something like multiplayer is just a nice little something but can always expand that replayability indefinitely. So 4.5 out of 5. Visuals and audio? Well, there's really not much to talk about here. It looks and sounds amazing, and like no game in leaderboard so far. 5 out of 5. Handling and user interface also really great. In-game help is sufficient. I found no bugs and menus are clear. However, for those few things you saw in the video me complaining about, for those reasons I think I need to take that score down a bit, since those few little tweaks would make a big difference sometimes. So 4 out of 5 here. And this time we super quickly get into uniqueness category, and it's needless to say that the game is one of a kind. Memorable moments and highly emotional gameplay is more than existent here. I would never thought that city builder slash resource management game can have such stories and such big emotional impact. The only true competitor possibly is only the first Frostpunk. Even we lost some personal and micromanaging aspects of the game because of the scaling up. This brave and really congratulating way of doing a sequel gave us a lot as well. Anyway, since Frostpunk 1 gives a bit of competition because of those different things in it, I think I need to slightly show that in score. But overall, it's still maintaining really high 4.5 out of 5. And finally, I would not include any negative factors. The price tag is not small, but I must say it's worth it. So 0 negative stars. This sums up to outstanding 4.5 stars and taking first place on our leaderboard. For updated leaderboard, check my social media accounts and see you on the next episodes. This was Free Happy Dolphin.